Welcome to the Brew4U show, sponsored by the Beer Loons. They've got all sorts of great items for the beer lover in your life. Go to beerloons.com right now. Of course, make sure you get back to the show. Hey everyone, I am your host, Mike Campbell, and welcome to Brew4U. Today we are reviewing Deschutes Jubelale. A real popular beer this time of year. Check the Beer Loons out on Twitter. Follow us by @BeerLoons today. Little info on this beer for you before we get to the review. Deschutes, if you're not familiar with them, they are out of Bend, Oregon. This is considered a strong ale. It is 6.7% alcohol by volume and 60 IBUs, so it does have a little punch to it. The grains that they use are crystal malt, roasted barley, carapils, and two-row pale. The hops is Cascade, Willamette, East Kent Goldings, and Galena. Proper serving temp should be about 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and the glass should be a pint glass. So we've got the beer poured into the glass, and it pours with a nice brown head, nice brown color. The head is tan. That's medium thick with a nice slow fade on it. In the aroma, you really pick up on kind of the malty sweetness right off the bat. There's kind of a richness to the beer. A little roasted aroma as well. Hop-wise, they do use 4 varieties, but you really pick up on the kind of herbal and woody qualities. The Cascade aspect, which really doesn't come through that strong in the aroma. Looks like it's mostly like the Kent Golding and the Willamette that really kind of come through for me in this beer. Tasting the beer, helps if you swallow correctly. You start off with a roasted flavor right off the bat. You really notice the roasted barley in this beer, and produces pretty much coffee-like flavors. I'd say I'm not a huge coffee fan, but I'd say that's kind of a medium roast coffee. It's not super dark. Let's try it again this time, hopefully without choking. You don't get much of the alcohol. It's not a super bitter beer. Like I say, mostly kind of roasted flavors up front. The roasted barley comes through, and then it kind of gradually becomes coffee flavors. In the aftertaste, there's kind of a slight bite, a little bitterness, similar to coffee in a lot of ways. I would say that's kind of the domineering flavor, but fairly rich flavored beer. Obviously a darker style beer, so it doesn't have the body of a stout, anything like that. And like I say, the alcohol is really not a super dominant flavor in here, although that may lead to a little bit of the bite on the back end. But you don't get that kind of warm feeling or hot taste as well. There's none of that in this beer. Body overall is medium, and because really I don't think it's much of a hop thing, I think it's most of roasted barley. I'm going to call this beer malty on the balance of it. Hop-wise rating, we'll give it a 2 out of 10, because there's some hops, but very much in the background. The grain is definitely the leader here. And overall, not a bad beer. Deschutes has done another nice job with this beer this year. So we're going to rate it in 80 out of 100, which is firmly in our excellent scale. So nice job by Deschutes, and a good beer that they have brought to the table again this year. And that's going to do it for us this week. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your week to listen to our quick little review. And don't forget to check out our homebrew podcast show called Brewing Today. And until next time, cheers.